In this video, we'll have a more in-depth analysis of Ingo and Accelgor. So Ingo is a bug tech weak to flying. For stats, his HP and speed are good, attack special attack also good, defense per defense is decent. So stat wise it's not bad. For moves, he has 2 attacking moves, quick attack and infestation. Quick attack is a quick move, which means that you don't consume gauges, but instead you have like the limit of 3 users per battle. And the infestation can trap, which is useful to activate the sync move, right? The multiplier and sync move. He also has Bug Wish, which summons Bug Zone and powers bug type moves by 50%, which is a really good. It's good to have. Our first Bug Zone user, so that's cool. Trainer move coming through. So basically, you plus 3 evasion for yourself and plus 2 accuracy for yourself as well. But then your other 2 teammates will get plus 2 evasion and plus 2 accuracy. So yeah, you can max out he can max out his own evasion with this, which is good because one of his passive in the grid is for like evasion buff to activate sync multipliers, which is very good. For passive, he has Team Viral Haste 9. Basically, you plus 1 speed when you use a status move. So basically if you use Bug Wish or your trainer move, you get plus 1 speed for your entire team, which is very cool. And then he has Defense Crush 9. You minus 1 defense every time you attack. So yeah, it's cool, which means that he can debuff defense, can buff speed as well, can buff accuracy, can buff evasion. There's one Bug Zone, so his base kit is pretty good, right? His third passive is Bug Shield. Basically, it changes quick attack from a normal type move to a bug type move. His sync move is Express Line Bug Impact. Basically, you do more damage if your opponent is trapped, which is very easy to do, right? Infestation very easy to set up. So at 1 out of 5, right, he's actually pretty good, right? His base kit is pretty good. His nuke is also not bad actually, it's quite good for 1 out of 5. He also has some like good utility users, right? Can buff evasion, can buff accuracy, Bug Zone, which is very good for, you know, buff your bug sync press, right? Like Lusamine or Kusma. And then he also can debuff defense, which is great. So the grid 1 out of 5, there's nothing, which is sad. But like I said previously, 1 out of 5, he's quite solid, honestly. You can use him at 1 out of 5. 2 out of 5, he has Burst In, which is a Quick Attack MPR 3, which is quite useful, right? You can get like MPR for Quick Attack. Quick Attack actually has a pretty good BP 98. It's not bad. It's funny because Quick Attack in the main game sucks. I mean, in terms of damage, right? So yeah. He has Trinimo MPR 3, which I don't see why you want to take that, I guess. Unless you want to buff more evasion for your teammates, I guess. Fast runner, evasion cannot be lowered. Depends on the stage. Inside acceleration, maybe. Can faster gauge in Bug Zone. MPR 3, no. Stationary target, this is maybe useful if you don't plan to nuke with him, you just want to use him as like a tech. I guess you can do this, right? Powers up move when target's trapped. Very easy to do. MPR 3, maybe as well, not bad. Poke Trap, also not bad. 2 out of 5, it's fine. 3 out of 5 is where the crazy stuff happens. Quick Attack follow through 9, I guess it's usable, maybe like use it before sync, ensure crit on sync. It's very situational though. Defense Crush 9, also it's not bad, which means that you can minus 2 defense every time you use Quick Attack, right? Because you minus 1 from the passive, and then you minus 1 from the crit again. Blind Spot, this thing is insane. Right, you can easily max out your evasion, right? You just use this twice and you easily have Blind Spot activated. Open and Weave is also not bad. But it's for DPS and his DPS is limited, right? 3 users only. So it's speed limited. MPR 2, this is also pretty good, right? For long battles, this is definitely a must take. Relentless, this is very good as well. He has 2 multipliers here, which is insane. His nuke is insane. I will show you guys the numbers later, it's insane. So this one is quite easy to do. I mean, if you're using 2 sync cycles, right, you can probably only get it to minus 3 defense, right? So you might have to bring defense debuffer just to, you know, decrease defense quicker, but he can definitely get the opponent to minus 6 defense. It's just gonna take a bit of time. So yeah, this one is also pretty good, coming through Super Preparation 9. You use a trainer move, you get super effective next. You can take this, you can time this really well, right? Just use this right before you sync. And then your sync is going to do like insane damage. Max Strength 9, yeah, but it's kind of expensive. Just bring attack support. You also need a crit support, right? That's the only problem with Ingo. Maybe two problems. First problem is he cannot max his own crit and attack. Second problem is that his DPS is a bit limited. Right, 3 users unless you take NPR, of course. So yeah, just remember to bring crit and attack support, definitely. And then you might want to consider bringing defense debuffer as well. And that's about it. It's kind of easy to use, easy to set up as well. So that's cool. Now let's show the grid. The first grid is a nuke grid. This grid is insane, absolutely insane damage. So blind spot, relentless obviously for the damage, right? Easy to set up. Defense, you can also, it's also easy to set up, just need some time. This one, NPR2 for long battles, this is good, right? Just take this. Super Preparation 9 for the super effective up next. So just time well, then you sync, and then big damage. The other build is this one. This build is for if you don't want to sync with him, you just want to do DPS, you just want to do like tech stuff basically. So you have quick attack, defense crush 9, right? NPR 3 as well, so you can easily get to -6 defense. NPR 2, which is useful. Then we get like stationary target and Poke Trap 2 for the trap stuff. This one is just, this build is for supporting your bug striker basically. So I'll be comparing Ingo, Lusamin and Alder for the damage, right? Ingo, this is the build I showed just now, the sync build with blind spot, relentless, and then super preparation 9, big damage. And then for Lusamin, 4 sync power up here. Alder has devastation and 2 sync power ups. So let's look at the damage. So as you can see, Ingo does insane damage, just like 5 times more than Alder. It's insane. It's actually insane. And this is not even the maximum damage because I haven't included bug zone as well as super effective up next, which he can easily do himself. For Lusamin and Alder, they can do it as well, but you need another support, right? Ingo can just set up zone and super effective up next himself, right? So damage 10 times more than Alder. This damage is insane. Insane. One of the highest nuke in the game. Insane. Blind spot, evasion easy to set up. Trap very easy. Bug zone easy to set up. This one also easy. Relentless a bit difficult because, you know, the grid I use don't have defense crush 9 for quick attack. So you might need the defense debuffer. And then you also need attack and crit support. And yeah, this is the damage you can do. Insane. Lusamin sadly there is no multipliers for sync, so that kind of sucks. But this damage is not bad, honestly. Alder, devastation, -6 special attack. It's not too hard to set up. He has struggle bug, right? Might take some time. So yeah. And Lusamin is kind of bad, like in terms of self-sufficientness. She cannot even buff her own like special attack and crit, right? Unless NPR, you can max crit, I guess. Alder very easy to set up, very easy to max special attack and crit. So yeah, nuke damage, it's literally no competition. Ingo just does way too much damage, insane. Okay, let's compare the DPS now. So DPS, Lusamin and Alder, I use the same grid. For Ingo, I changed the grid to the tech grid, right, with quick attack, defense crush, whatever. There's also stationary target 3 for the extra damage as well. So the damage is this one. So quick attack, bug bars and hyper beam. I cannot really convert them into gauge per gauge, right, because quick attack has no gauges, so you just have to look at this. So for Ingo, stationary target 3, easy to set up, easy to do, bug zone also very easy. And then Lusamin, no multiplier again, unfortunately. She does have power flux 3 in the grid, but I didn't take it. Alder has overpower, -6 special attack, damage is quite high. Lusamin and Alder doesn't have bug zone. If there's bug zone, they do more damage. Lusamin does more damage than Ingo, but then again, I'm just looking at like if you don't have support, right? If you don't rely on like other stuff other than maxing crit and your attack special attack. Also, there's one thing I haven't taken into account is the defense debuff here, right? Because you know I took defense crush 9, right? So if you get to -6, that's more damage than Outer if you get to like -6. Now, should you summon Ingo and Accelgor? I divide this again to 2 answers, yes and no. No, I mean, really, I don't think you should skip this because there's a couple reasons. First reason is that he's a seasonal sync pair, which means he won't be here until next year. The other reason is that he has bug zone. He's a bug zone and he's limited, which means that we are not getting like bug zone sync pairs for like at least a year from now. So if you don't get him now, then you may regret this, right? Because bug types are also like one of the more limited types in the game. So having bug zone would be very useful, right? That's just what I think. Now, yes, if you want to summon Insane Nuke, bug zone, defense debuff, he is very good. Now, what move level should you aim, right? 1, 2 or 3 out of 5? 1 out of 5 or 3 out of 5 is good. You can do decent damage at 1 out of 5. He has bug zone, he has defense debuff as well. 2 out of 5, I don't think you want that. Just skip. Just go 3 out of 5 if you want. Because he can do it. He can do insane nuke damage, and he also has bug wish and PR, which is useful. Overall, I think he's good. I'm leaning towards more on the yes than the no for this one. Yeah, he's really good.